He's Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson. This is not another shooting show. We go to Florence, South Carolina, where a former North Myrtle Beach police officer whose gun accidentally discharged while responding to a Little River mass shooting is suing the manufacturer for negligence. Guess who the manufacturer is, Jeff?
It is probably a 1 cig of the sour.
Yeah, it is. William Norton is the person in question. His complaint was filed last Friday in U.S. District Court's Florence Division. It accuses SIG of a faulty design and defects that caused his M400 rifle to fire into his leg, causing catastrophic injuries that he's still recovering from. Did we talk about this when it happened? This was like May of last year, like almost a year ago.
I don't think so. It doesn't.
I remember that mass shooting, though, in South Carolina.
Yeah, but I don't really remember this.
No, I couldn't remember either. Anyway, the lawsuit offers new details into what happened on the night of May 25th, 2025, as Norton was patrolling the Harbor Gate Marina. He was assisting the department's Marine unit with getting a boat in the water to support Horry County Police when the gun fired twice. Now, this is SIG's AR. It's just an AR. It's not an MCX whatever thing. It's just an AR. Norton, who's a sergeant who served as a firearms instructor since 2012, which it doesn't say a lot for the guy, honestly, quote, chambered around, had the safety on, and positioned his rifle in front of him, consistent with his training. The lawsuit says the muzzle was pointed downward, and Norton confirmed the safety was on when he approached the Marina's gate. Investigators said Norton's hands weren't on his gun before it went off. An eyewitness video recorded by a person on her balcony the night of the incident corroborates that Norton's lawsuit says. Now, okay, let's assume he's right-handed, because that's probably correct. What side would the safety be on?
The right side or the left side?
The left side, which would be the side against his body.
Yep.
Which he's just saying it was on before he went to go assist with the thing, and then he starts helping launch a boat, and then pew pew. Yeah. I don't know.
It went off twice is interesting, I guess, but
yeah.
I first read through, my brain goes, he was helping open a gate, so his rifle was uncontrolled or whatever, and bouncing around, and it went doink, and then something in the layers and layers of tactical gear went bang bang, and the recoil brought the gun up, and it went off again, and then when he got shot, he moved, and the bullet. Because this is, well, I don't know. It's weird because this would be the first rifle we have heard of, but it's also the first time that I've heard of this happening. So
right.
That's interesting that more cops don't smoke their legs when they're standing around with a rifle in front of them.
There's some very, very tiny screenshots from video that was captured of it from like a surveillance video, it looks like. And they're really small, and it's almost impossible to see. Like, he's standing there, it's slung in front of him, as you would expect. And then as he's messing with the boat or the dock or whatever, that looks like he's messing with a boat. The first couple frames, the rifle's visible because his body's a little further away. But then in the frames where it's going off and the shot is impacting him, he's closer to the thing. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but just knowing that it's an AR and it's like every AR that has a floating firing pin and a safety that is pretty rock solid as long as it's on. You know, like, I've tried real hard to pull a trigger on an AR with safety on, and it doesn't work very well. So, and in this position, I'm not buying a free floating firing pin causing this to happen, or a slam fire or anything like that. The second round, I mean, if it went off twice, that is almost, and I'm completely speculating. This is 100% speculation. Whatever got caught in the trigger guard got in there again on the second one after the gun bounced and then came down and it went off again. Like, sounds like something's caught in his trigger guard to me.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's a homie's trying to get paid. It said his injuries are not like he'll never go back to pre-injury form.
no,
and so
there was like the injuries were pretty gruesome. Like it hit bone and broke it, and which
required 2 surgeries. So
yeah, he's still messed up from it.
I 100% understand homie trying to get paid. Like, but I mean, all Sig has to do is be like, yep, safety can be bumped.
Yeah,
End of
safety
equation.
is against body. And all he's saying, the only claim in the lawsuit is that it was on before he went to go help him.
Right. And that's that. What about
What
after?
condition was that safety in after the shot was fired? You know?
Right. And did he modify it in any way, shape, or form? Because AR nerds love a good modification. And what was it? A small safety? Was it a big old fat safety that maybe got caught on a magazine or something? So
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be as successful. I mean, even the pistol lawsuits aren't going particularly fast.
No, lawsuits take a long time. It could take years before it's settled. And there was I don't remember why I went looking for this. I think it was a video I saw on Instagram, and I'm like, where the hell was this? Because there was this kid who was just like in a classroom, and is it this story or is it the one that? Oh yeah, that's this story. A kid, like a SRO in a high school, pulled a gun on a kid, and it's like, whoa, why are you doing this? And I went looking for the story. I couldn't find that particular one. This story though was from North Charleston, South Carolina. This happened back in November, so this isn't a recent story. But a North Charleston police officer, the North Charleston police back in November were addressing an incident at Fort Dorchester High School in which a school resource officer pulled a gun on a student who said he was armed. Police say a staff member spoke to the officer about a student who reportedly told a different student that he was carrying a weapon. The resource officer went into the cafeteria to handle the situation, identifying the student based on the description from the staff member. The officer asked the student to remove his hands from his pockets of his hoodie, at which point the student reportedly said he had a weapon. It was at this time that the officer drew his service weapon and had the student lie on the ground. Police say the student was detained without incident. Nobody was harmed. But here's where it gets stupid.
Okay.
When the officer asked the student what was in his pocket, he allegedly said a Switch.
Okay.
Lawyers say the student was referring to his Nintendo Switch, not a Glock Switch, which is what the officer misinterpreted the statement to mean.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. The investigation was ongoing. I didn't look to see if there was any follow-up on this, but it was just sort of like, okay, yeah, let's tone it down a bit. I understand it's a stressful job, but good hell, like you would think the word switch would not be such a trigger word. Like, hey, can you hit that switch for me? What'd you say? Put your hands up, down to the ground now. I was just asking you to shut off the light, officer.
Right.
Like, holy shit. Chill out.
Part of it is that setup of that student reported that he already went there expecting them to have the weapon.
Right.
And so
I understand it. I just still think it's kind of an overreaction. Like,
well, yeah, it is. Well, I mean, my initial reaction is like, I'm not, if someone's like, hey, homie got a weapon, I'm more violent. And so I would have like controlled the person and not been like, hey, giving you an opportunity to, pull weapon. You're like, oh no, like let's figure this out. But
I don't know. By the way, you're wandering off the mic.
I know.
Thank you. So you went to, we're recording late this week because night before the episode drops because you was in Florida last weekend.
Yep, I went to Florida. I went with Brucey and Brent.
You went with who?
Brucey and Brent.
Oh, they were there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. No, that was
I
the
had
whole.
no idea.
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, Brucey is the wonderful person that is putting on the Rushmore State Championship,
Yeah.
July 11th and 12th.
Mike MD from Area 3 last year.
Yes. And Brent is a buddy. Gravel truck. I met him in Iowa. That was a legendary match. Super nice guys. Brent hit me up and was like, "Hey, do you want to go to an F1 race?" And I was like, I guess that's fine. He goes, "You want to go to Miami?" Sure, fuck it, we ball. Don't really ever need to go back. Miami's not really my jam, I don't think.
It doesn't feel like my jam either. I don't need to go to Miami.
It's expensive. Like
it just looks like all kinds of things I don't care to do or spend money on.
yeah, and so
I don't mean to knock it, but there's other parts of Florida I think I'd really have a good time.
It's worth knocking. It wasn't like Brent and Brucey were fantastic. Loved hanging out with them. We had a great time, but I think we would have a great time anywhere that we went. And so the race is fucking cool. Like, I saw a car do a 360 like in the air. The guy survived, but he walked away looking like a dude who had just lost a fight, just kind of pouting his way as he walked by the grandstands. People were trying to like high five him. I'm like, this dude just like flipped a $15 million car. He doesn't want to talk to you.
He's concussed and in a bad mood.
Yes. So that part was fun. The race really taught me about like that pomp and circumstance. Like, they had vendors fucking everywhere. We went to a Zen shop, like a portable Zen shop.
Like Zen, the nicotine pouches?
Yes. And they were selling like five packs of Zen cans and they had like 15 people working. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and it taught me, like, when we discussed USPSA Nationals, like, that is the level of pomp and circumstance I want. We had a B-2 bomber do a flyover. That was cool. Shaq was there. Lots of dignitaries. I think Trump showed up. Not 100% sure, because there was a golf event as well that was nearby that he was supposed to be at. But if he showed up, they didn't put it on the board. But no, it was a cool event. I'm glad I went, and I'm glad I went with them, and I learned a lot about F1. I also learned that a lot of all individual sports feel like if you do an individual sport, you can talk to each other. So like discussing how you're racing, it's like doing a stage. Each stage is like a lap, and you're just like, yeah. So if I come in on this turn and if I screw up my transition there, that means that my next transition And they're like, yeah, if I come into this turn and I'm not at the right peak of the turn, then my next turn is going to be off. And I'm like, oh yeah, we kind of have the same issues, just at slower speeds. In front of us, they were getting to 213 miles an hour, and they had to slow down to 47 miles an hour to get around a turn, and then speed back up to like 180 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was super entertaining. That Brucey and Brent explaining everything to me helped, because I know fuck all about F1 racing.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the Drive to Survive, or I think it's the name of the show.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it.
It does teach you that the people like a story. So like, if you ever watched the show Hot Shots, it was like that, but for USPSA, and they followed like Max Michelle and
okay,
Jerry Bischleck and all that.
Yeah, I remember.
And that was cool. It helped kind of give more story to what was going on. But we took Ubers everywhere Lyfts, and because we didn't want to deal with a rental car and parking. And I spent half my time either listening to Spanish music or arguing on the internet. There was something Brian Conley posted or something about the sport and trying to grow it or some shit, and I started arguing with someone who I don't know who it was. Robert, our buddy in our group chat, he just
Robert Wyatt, Paracast Robert.
Paracast Robert. He just messaged the group and went, Jeff, don't do that. It's not worth it. And I was like, oh, okay, sweet, thanks. I'll go do something else with my time.
Yeah, that and that was just like a comment. Somebody said something. There was he did a live on his Rumble channel, and I did not watch the live. All I saw was the clip he posted on Facebook of him being pissed that board members don't respond to emails when someone has a great idea for a thing. And I guess the guy he had on had an idea to grow the sport, which I mean,
don't we all?
The sport is growing. I have no idea what the idea was, so I can't speak to its validity. But he was really pissed off that there's not even a thanks for the email response from board members when somebody emails board@uspsa.com. And as a former board member, I'll say this. I don't know if I'm supposed to reply to stuff that's sent to board@uspsa.com because it goes to everyone. It's a catch-all for everything. And if an email is sent, details I didn't know because I didn't watch the episode was what was it about, what specifically was it about? How was it phrased? Because sometimes we'd get emails and people are just bitching for 3 paragraphs and I'm like, there's not a question, there's nothing to respond to. Yes, there were absolutely emails I read and I did not respond to because I'm just like, okay, this guy's just being an asshole. All right.
Well, and you never really want the auto copy pasted.
Well, and if the real problem is I'm not getting a thank you for the email, well, that can be solved real easy by an autoresponder to everything sent to board@uspsa.com.
And
is that what you want?
Fake as it is. Right. That'll feel as fake as it is.
But that was what Brian was asking for. And I'll be honest, when it's sent to everybody, I don't know that it's my personal responsibility to respond to that email. Sure, I could have gone, yes, thank you for the email. The thing that Brian said that kind of pissed me off, though, was like, they're not busy. Well, they're busy, but they're not that busy. And I was just like, okay, sure. I when I was on the board, I had a 10-hour job, and then I had kids and a podcast and a life and lots of things. And being a board member of USPSA is not the end-all, be-all of my existence, nor was it, nor should it have been. And
but you made all that money, like that's what I keep getting
all that
told.
Money that I make, and all the match directors are making. Yes, all that fat cash that I made.
All of those dollar bills.
Yes, that $1,800 of USPSA money I spent out of my $6,000 budget. Yes, I spent so much money. I mean, yeah, it'd be great if there was a response to every single email, but sometimes there's a lot of emails. And sometimes it's like triage, like what am I responding to first? I don't know what the board's doing right at the moment. I haven't watched a board meeting since the first one after I was off the board, so I'm not even aware of what was going on. So I don't know. All I'm saying is there's lots of emails, and some are more important than others, and that's just a fact of life. And there were lots of emails we would get where it's like, hey, I've got this great idea for this thing. And it'd be a thing for a new category we can start. It's guys with red T-shirts category. So if you wear a red T-shirt, you're in your own category. I'm making this up, but it'd be like I'm this niche thing. I think we should have a category for it. And I just, okay. I don't know how to respond to this right now. And I'm in the middle of investigating, somebody who's fucking cheating. So, and I also would rather be going to bed than staying up till midnight doing this shit. But
right. Well, and it's anyone who has run a business or been a manager, everyone's a good idea fairy. Everyone's got this great idea. I mean, I've been told I need to run a 6 a.m. class or a 5 a.m. class, or I need to divide my class between the advanced people and the not advanced people, and I need to change this. And I go, okay, Do you have any
Thanks. I'll
people-
think about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Moving on with my day.
Autoresponder. That's the
Yeah.
solution to everything is an autoresponder.
Correct. And so it's like, and there's always the modern conundrum of what do we do with them? Everyone's got this great idea to grow the sport, but the sport's kind of at capacity around the country.
That's
And we've
also a
talked-
thing. Like,
and
I have
we've
this
talked-
great idea to grow the sport. Oh, so my Thursday night match is selling out now, and we need to grow the sport.
Right.
And I'm in South Dakota in a small market, and I'm
Right.
selling out a Thursday night fucking match.
And so it becomes unless your idea is how to convince clubs to have more matches, more match directors to put on more matches, and then somehow reward the club and the match for putting on the match, it doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, but wait, don't you dare make money on it.
Oh yeah, I one of my favorite things. It might sound a little political, but how freedom-loving Second Amendment motherfuckers become really communist when it comes to
Yes.
their hobby
Their
or their
USPSA
sport.
match.
Their
Yes.
USPSA is you're like, hey, our club has hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank. How dare anybody have a profit incentive to put on more matches? I want a Thursday night, a Wednesday night, a Saturday morning, a Sunday afternoon, maybe, every other Tuesday. I would like all those matches, and I want everyone there for free. Not a single dime made by anyone. And you're like, no. That if you're like, hey, if you can sell out a 5-stage match that runs from 8 to 12, and we'll give you $100. And if you can then sell out a 1 to 5 that same day, we'll give you $300. Motherfucker, be incentivized to get some motherfuckers there. If you're like, hey,
Honestly, to sell out a 5-stage match, $100 is not enough for me. at this
right,
point.
well, but it's to each their own. And like in some market,
right. But I mean, it's better than doing it for nothing.
right,
for sure.
Right. It's like, would you rather make $0 running matches all day on a Saturday?
Well,
or
that's
$300?
what I make right now, running matches. But
Right. And so it's for a lot.
I get what you mean.
Right. Well, it was funny. The dude was like, oh, all these match directors making all this money. I'm like, my club is rich and not well. The majority of match directors have never made money from my club directly from a USPSA match. There's other controversies, but in general, I've run many matches. I get made fun of by Steven for killing the Pro-Am match, which died by itself, but I never made a dime from it. I wasn't incentivized to do more. Like I got other shit I can do with my time. And so putting on another match in the afternoon or on a Tuesday or whatever, I don't fucking want to. And there's no dollary dues that there to help me. So it's just funny to me how communist socialist people get about USPSA. It's like, oh, this is a volunteer sport. It's all volunteers. We need a volunteer. Everyone needs a volunteer. And you're like, okay.
What was the thing that came up in the group chat about the money from? It was, or maybe it was something on Reddit. I don't remember. Somebody said something about how, if they're making all this. Oh, God, I can't remember what it was. I just remember having the thought of, if I'm paying $80 for a club match, I am not setting up or tearing down.
Yeah.
And if it's for profit and that's the service, cool. You know, I'm down with that. But if I'm paying that much for a club match, yeah, I'm not helping set up or tear down.
Right.
That's not a thing I'm going to be involved
right.
with if I'm paying $80 for a club match. I don't remember where that came up, but anyway.
But at a certain point, there's a price where you start expecting things. Like right now, the average match around me is $15 to $25, and I expect to help RO and blah blah blah. If I'm paying $50 a match and I know someone's making a profit off of it, I'm like, oh no. Like I expect the service part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Now if it's still $25 and I know the match director's taking home a piece of it, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not a big deal.
But if it's, $50, $60, I'm like, okay, at least like
Yeah.
I want my ROs to be the set ROs. Like either
Right.
they're traveling with the squad or they're on the stage. I don't really care about that part, but it's like, I'm not here to work if I'm paying that much.
Yeah.
And then that was what would help the sport to turn into this like larger business where they get a food truck that's there for breakfast and lunch.
Okay. I want to go back to your F1 thing because you're talking about like all the vendors and sponsors and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like, and everybody wants to turn USPSA into that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. How many people were at the race, Jeff?
There were 75,000 each day.
75,000 people paid to watch the race.
At
In
at
person.
the event.
Okay. 75,000 paid to watch the event. Okay. I'm not aware of any match currently where people pay admission to watch. Are you? I don't think
No.
that's a thing anywhere. Okay. I wanted to bring up another thing that's near and dear to your heart, I know, going back to 2021. The United States Softball Association.
Those cunts.
There's a huge tournament in my town in Sioux Falls every year. This is girls fast pitch softball, or is it slow pitch? Oh, actually, I think it's slow pitch. Nope, it's fast pitch. Never mind. The World Midwest Championship. I like how they call it the World Midwest.
What the fuck?
Championship.
World
Yeah.
Midwest.
The 2026 Fast Pitch World Midwest Championship. Maybe it's a world's classifier or something. I don't know. Anyway, so each team pays $1,150, a maximum of 48 teams, and this thing sells out, I know. I'm guessing at 14 members per team. It's probably maybe a little more than that, but I'm guessing it's at least 14 players per team times 48 times 4 divisions. That's 20. I did the math. 2,688 players, just players. By the way, all except for the 18-year-olds and 18 and under are minors. So a parent or, lots of people are coming with. And this is like, travel pay ball. So lots of parents and family are coming to this shit. And they're charging a gate fee to go to that. We're not charging a gate fee for USPSA. No one's coming to watch it. The product is literally for us and us alone. So I don't mean to shit on people who want to do it. If somebody comes up with a vehicle to do it, I'm 100% behind it. But let's just enjoy our little niche sport with our tiny amount of 45,000 members, which is huge growth.
Right. Well, but we also need to stop being so fucking serious because all of the I'm the top shooter on the planet. Like I need a cash payout or else then what does my work mean if I'm not getting paid by the plebs to be an elite? And you're like, get fucked, you cunt. Speaking of which, Northwoods had their
Wait. Patreon.com/Another Shooting Show. God damn it. It's only $357 a month, and you get to hear Jeff go off, I guess. So a bunch of stuff's happened, so the list has been pared down now. r/NASS, that is our Reddit. MW Active, wear the finest jerseys you can get for your match, but stay on top of whether or not you get sizes for your staff, or else you end up turning your order in at the last minute like I did. It's a whole thing. PCSL Belt Championships coming up May 17th at Mission 160 in Texas. Great Plains section wait list is turning over slowly but surely, so it's not too late to get on the wait list, but it is currently sold out right now. June 6, 7 in Canton, South Dakota, just outside Sioux Falls. Cornhusker Classic, kind of the same boat, June 27th and 28th. Rushmore State Championship, July 11th and 12th. Cops Match near Des Moines, July 26th. And Minnesota section, August 29th through 30th at Forest Lake. Hey, by the way, well, I guess other matches around the country don't really need help selling their matches because they sell out like crazy. So I get it. But, we don't have to just pimp the regional matches in Area 3. I mean, we could, talk about that Peach Classic that sold out in, what was it, a half hour or something like that, Jeff?
Yeah.
We heard from Jeremy about that.
Yeah, he's like, you guys should totally. Oh, never mind, it's sold out.
It's sold out. You don't really need help selling it. So
okay,
not much point in us being a sponsor. Okay.
Right. It's Impressive.
Yeah. Okay, so Northwoods happened this past weekend.
It did, and the stages looked fun and challenging. They had a really cool swinger where
A pendulum swinger.
Yeah, it was an activator, and so it pendulum from side to side, but you couldn't see it at the apex. Is that, am I using the right term? The
At
apex
the stop,
of
you saw it in the bottom of the swing. It's sort of the opposite of an over-the-top swinger.
Yep. Yeah, so that looked cool, and they had 281 shooters.
Yeah, I had it up on
31.
I mean, there were over 100 in both LO and CO.
Yeah, because I think it was 231 were just the LOCO combined, because I combined them because as it should fucking be.
I have to quick shout out local boy to me, Aaron Schnorr. He took third. He had himself a hell of a match.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Got third in LO. He beat some heat too.
He fucking did. Like,
Yeah.
what the? He shot it as fast as Eggleston. Like,
Yeah.
I would accuse him of doping if that mattered in our sport.
No, but no, he I was texting him afterwards just to congratulate him, because he shot the first day, and I was like, hey, yeah, that's a good score. He's like, yeah, I might be in the money if this holds, and he only dropped one place. He was in second after day one, and he dropped to third because Jace got him by one spot. But no, he beat Nick Walden. He beat Colin Maxon. Like, he beat some good shooters.
Yeah.
Well done, Aaron. Good job. He won himself some money.
Yeah. The whole what third place was $400, $600.
Of course, you would ask me that after I've already looked for it, and now I added it up because I was going to. Because there's a debate coming from good old Jeff
Hello.
about cash payouts.
So third place was $500.
Okay, so you got $500. Yeah.
He got $500. So probably paid his entry fee plus
He
$200.
probably
$300.
paid for most of the match, maybe not all the gas these days, but
Yep.
for a 5-hour trip for him, 5 or 6 hour trip, just knowing he lives about an hour from Sioux Falls, so
Nice
so it
to
was
break
an
even.
extra hour to get there than it would be for me, and it's about a 5-hour trip to Forest Lake for me, so yeah, somewhere around there, gas, whatever.
Yeah.
It pretty much
And-
paid for it.
Yeah, for sure. And outside of like one or two people that I know that actually had come to the match last year or the year before when I shot it, looks like, the area 3 heavy hitters are there. A few missing, of course. Lane wasn't there. Steven wasn't there, that motherfucker.
Yeah, he was out in Washington for some reason.
Yeah, being a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Being social.
Him and Nick.
How dare you?
How dare
boys
you
be
just go
social?
hang out with a guy and practice?
Right? You fucking weirdos. But missing from this group is like the super squad that isn't local to this match. And
Yeah, there were regional heavy hitters, but
yeah, but no Nils, no Eddington, no Seiler, none of the people.
I don't think they were
But-
there last year either, though.
Right, but I was told that cash payouts were what was like the thing that made a match special
This is
and
your
made
argument,
everyone
you hater.
show.
Okay.
Yes, I hate all of it because my theory is A, it doesn't fucking matter. B is that the super squad that has at least been chatty about it, or the ones I've seen, they would probably hate that it went to 8th place because that is 7 people who got paid for being trash. You're either first or you're last, motherfucker. They wanted them pink slips. They wanted your gun on the table.
God.
And so they would have rather been paid the $5,000 that went to everyone who was not first place.
Okay. Now, I'm just going to approach this from a reasonable standpoint.
Boo this man.
Yeah. Well, Tanfo Timmy has himself a very cool match that he's been putting on for the last 3 or 4 years now. This is at least the third Northwoods, maybe fourth.
Yeah. No, it's a fantastic match.
Yeah.
Tim is one of the best.
281 shooters, by the way.
He is one of the best match directors that I am aware of. Like, he does
Yep.
a wonderful job. He's an awesome dude. Like, I support him in his match 100%. Fuck cash payouts.
Now, yeah, it didn't bring all the boys to the yard, so to speak. No, it didn't. But it probably brought. I mean, it's also early May. I don't know why there weren't more. I mean, Max Leograndis was there. One of the Williams sisters was there. So there were some heavy hitters that traveled from far away to shoot the match. But yeah, I mean there's a certain demographic of good shooter who is competitive at nationals, and they're like, yeah, I should be paid. And I think it's kind of douchey in a sport this small to have that attitude. I agree with you in that respect, Jeff. But on the other hand, if you put together a match like Tim has, like, here's the cool thing about this match. It's a 2-day match, but it's not a 2-day match. They have 2 days worth of shooters, some of whom are staff members on day 1, some are staff members on day 2, some work the whole weekend and they shoot on staff day. Some people shoot all day Saturday, some people shoot all day Sunday, some people shoot half day Saturday and Sunday. I think it's one of the coolest matches just because it's so different in that respect. And then he's also got a huge prize table, and he does the cash payouts on top of it to justify the match fee, which I like that he's doing the cash payouts because unlike a lot of matches that cost $130, he's actually putting the cash back out there.
See, going back to our earlier conversation, I wish Tim would keep a little bit of it in his pocket. Like, he does such a fucking fantastic job.
Well, maybe he does. Maybe that is part of his budget. Like,
I don't know. I mean,
just so you know, I'll be 100% transparent here about this, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. When I run a major match, I pay myself extra. I pay myself more than the rest of the staff. I think that's completely fair because I put a lot more work into it than the rest of the staff did. I couldn't do it without them, and I'm paying more for our staff this year. I'm actually gonna pay for give out not an entire hotel stipend, but like help the people who travel with hotel because there's a number of people who come from your club to work our match, and they're gonna get a little extra because they have to get hotels.
right.
Like I'm like with Great Plains this year, match fee stayed the same at 130. And then when I started doing the math and I increased the number of shooters just by adding 3 people to each squad, I'm like, holy shit, this, like, we're grossing way more money now. Well, yeah. This money needs to go back to the shooters and the staff is where that's all going. Now, I did say I paid myself. Yep, I'm going to give myself $500 for running the match. And I think that's completely fair and reasonable. And when Bruce and I ran Area 3, we did the same damn thing. We paid ourselves $500.
Right. And so
for the amount of work we put in, we were seriously underpaid. But,
no, 100%. And again,
that's why I love what Tim's doing with the match. I don't know if he's paying himself out of that. I hope he is. I hope he's not giving himself nothing or just regular staff bump. But
I think. Again, the prizes for the money in general, you know, I'm not looking at it right now, but most of them I probably could have picked out before the match started. I think it was Leograndis and Froelich, and there was one other PCC guy.
There's only a handful in PCC, so there was only like I think 200 was the top prize in PCC.
Right, and then you know Eggleston did Eggleston stuff. Not
300 was the top prize. So Max traveled for $300.
Right. But it was like, I don't know. I like
that it's a cash payout. It's not huge. It's $1,000 for first place. It's not huge. Is that going to draw, you know, all the biggest hot shit shooters from all over the country? No, it's not. If it was higher, it probably would. But it's something for, like, my coworker, Cole. He's like, so you spend all this money on ammo and you travel and, like, there's no money in it if you win? That's stupid. That's literally what he was saying. Like, that's stupid. Well, like, you don't get anything for it? I'm like, well, there's usually a prize table. I might, you know, get, like, some gun oil or a range bag or something like that. He's like, that's stupid. Why isn't there money if you do well?
Well, because there isn't money. I literally didn't get paid to fight a human being. Like, put my fucking life at
You
risk.
didn't get $5 for my ticket?
Well, yeah, like, well, technically, I haven't yet. I don't know. They're so unorganized. I haven't got the pictures from it. Like, that's why I haven't posted about it. And so, I loved what you did. Was it the last couple years at Great Plains, where basically everyone gets like an opportunity or like a box of ammo or primers or whatever, because like, yeah, everyone got shit that they actually needed. And like half the time the prize table it's like, oh, okay, cool, whatever.
I started buying prize table stuff last night. Can I tell you about the prize table for Great Plains?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because you're making so much money off it.
I know. I'm making $500 for all this work. So here's the probably the most interesting thing. I have no sponsors for Great Plains this year.
Yeah, fuck the
By
police.
design. There is not a single sponsor for the match. And it was just purely, I asked Dan if he was willing to do it, be my prize guy again. He's like, I will if I don't have to contact sponsors. I was like, well, that's what I was asking you to do. He's like, nope. I'm like, okay, then we won't have sponsors for this match. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because we're probably, I mean, I don't think we're charging too much, because if you can sell out at $130, you can sell out, you know.
Yep.
But I also believe that I believe in running the match in a way where, hey, I'm going to hand out as many prizes to everybody as I can, and I'm going to take care of the staff. And we've had a lot of the same staff over the last 5 years, and I'm going to do everything I can to take care of them, because I've just had a bunch of really great staff people. So I already mentioned, like, in the past I've handed out $100 to every staff member. This year I'm handing out 120. The people that travel, I haven't 100% nailed down the amount I'm giving out. I got to budget that a little bit, crunch some numbers, but it's like basically half hotel, but not like the hotel on Phillips, downtown Sioux Falls. That's a little pricey. Prize table. So I started ordering shit. This was a thing I put on Reddit the other day because I needed help with ideas for stuff that wasn't just the same old stuff, because I'm not getting certificates for bullets and glasses and all that shit like I normally would have. So, okay, what's the coolest prize you've ever gotten that was worth less than $50? Now, most people put things that cost more than $50 on this, but a couple of them were like dumb things I should have thought of that I did not think of. My favorite one was butt fan.
Fair, solid choice.
I ordered 10 butt fans. They're relatively inexpensive. They're like $30. So, but I had to order like 100 before I got a bulk discount.
Oh,
However, another one that somebody mentioned was paster gun.
Oh yeah, especially if you buy the off-brand one.
It's not even off-brand. It's the one that Competition Dynamics or whatever buys and then just puts their sticker on it. Like,
Yeah,
it's the same paster gun, the APN-30.
Yeah.
I bought 20 of those last night off of Amazon, and I got a $2 discount for buying in
nice.
bulk. So there will be 20 paster guns. One person who will not win one, though, is Austin, because he said he cannot justify ever paying for one, so he'd love one off a prize table. So I'm going to instruct Dan that Austin can win anything, but not a paster gun.
Yes. Oh god, that would be so
Because
fucking
holy
funny.
shit, dude, you can't spend $70 on a thing you'll have forever that makes your practice go better now that you finally have a range membership. Jesus. We're going to hand out some defensive ammo again. I haven't ordered that yet because I'm still trying to see if I can find a better deal, but I'm going to order some more like good stuff, like either gold dots or HSTs, something like that. What else did I order? We got primers again. We'll have primers on the prize
Okay.
table. And we're not going to have powder this year because there's none to be had. Unless I pay full retail at Shields, or another local gun store. That's about the only, like, the distributors that I have access to. They don't have anything that we would find useful. I could get some Varget. I mean, there's probably people who would get Varget, but even wholesale, that was still like $50 a pound. So I didn't think that was a useful use of the prize money. I don't know. There's probably some people who are like, get the fucking Varget. Get it. You don't even know what that is, do you?
Nope.
No. It's a really good, like, 223 to 30-06 powder.
Sounds like trash. I don't need it. If it's not tight group, it doesn't exist. I don't care.
Yeah, and I couldn't get any tight group.
Right. As Andy would say about F1, I just don't care. Like the rifle shooters, you shoot at pistol distances. I don't care.
And even the ones who shoot really long range, like once you learn that, it's like, oh, okay, I did it.
Yeah, I'm
downplaying that because the wind calls are hard. Like it's not an easy sport.
It's not. I just have never had to do the difficult side, so I still find it funny.
But the thing that's always sort of bugged me a little bit about prize tables is when you get a coupon for something. Now, there's some coupons I'm 100% fine with getting, like 100's HD Gold gift certificate for half price. That's one coupon I'm fine with because I really like those glasses. So, but when it's a $25 bullet certificate, get the fuck out of here. Like, put a $100 certificate on prize tables. Don't be putting 25.
I can buy like one little box of 100 bullets. That's awesome.
I remember there was a company that was involved in one of the Cornhuskers that they sold like $6,000 open guns, and they were going to put like a $250 like certification. Like, who the fuck cares about if I'm buying a $6,000 gun? $200 is not.
That is not a prize. That is a coupon. When I worked in radio, I would have salespeople come to me and like, yeah, they want to give away these 20% off gift certificates. I'm like, that's not a prize. What do you mean? Right. It's 20% off. I'm like, no, that's a coupon. That is not a prize. That is not a thing I win. I can't go buy something with that.
Right.
Like, I'm only interested in giving away the thing, whatever their thing is.
Right. It has to be enough to purchase
buy a thing.
At least with
the shitty $25 gift certificate, you could still buy like a little package of bullets. Right. Maybe if they offered one, but no, coupons are shitty prizes unless it's a really.
Yeah, if it's 20% off a car, okay, fine. Now we're talking about.
Yeah, but that's still obligating me to an awfully large purchase. You know, like half off a really cool suppressor, I'd be okay with, or half off a good pistol. You know, like but even then, I'm still like
the other answer that is always correct, Magulas.
Oh shit.
I fucking knew it.
Think of that.
I fucking knew it.
Oh, and that's a cheap one too. That's right in the wheelhouse of the budget too.
Yep.
And I can get those wholesale. And I just ordered from the wholesaler. I'm gonna have to pay shipping twice. Fuck. Anyway,
I love how Midwestern you are.
Well, I hate paying shipping twice.
I know,
especially
has it already shipped?
Well. Yeah, it did. Well, because it would have come from the same one as the primers, and I had to pay hazmat on that. The shipping was technically free because I ordered enough. The shipping was free, but I still had to pay hazmat, and then I would have had free shipping on those two. Damn it! I wish I would have thought of
that. If they have the defensive ammo, then you can order the defensive ammo and the Magulas.
I'm probably going to end up buying that from Target Sports USA because I can't really buy it cheaper.
Right,
if it's even available.
Right, they are remarkable at the deals that they can get. But yeah, so like I'm biased. Anyone who remembers, I kind of helped come up with this idea, but I still think it's like you said, give me something useful that actually goes, oh shit, hell yeah, thanks. Versus, oh, here's a Vortex hat and a gun rag. Okay, cool.
You know, if it wasn't for Vortex hats, I would have had to buy a hat in the last 5 years.
If you need a Vortex hat, I'm pretty sure there's a case of them in Omaha somewhere because we just leave them out and like, hey, take one if you want one. The other, okay, it might be too deep.
Wait, before you go deep, I don't know where you're going. You're scaring me now.
I had a funny sponsor story about a sponsor sending the Cornhusker match. It was like a box of springs for 6 hours. And we were like, the fuck are we supposed to do with these?
Oh, they're just getting them out of their warehouse.
Yep. And so we ended up, there was a guy who was like, I want to say it was like a tactard or a cop or someone who's like company or department like still use Sig Sauers, and they were like, "Here you go, take these to your armor." Like, we don't want them.
Did the sponsored question rhyme with Schenberger Showbop?
Yes. Okay. I wasn't sure if that's too spicy, but we did get the legendary box of Sig
That's funny.
P320.
I don't blame them though. I mean, and I don't blame, especially somebody like that, like a retailer. You know, they've got shit they can't move. Like, well, let's give it away on a prize table. Like, sure. Like, why not? Like, they've already spent the money on it. They're not going to make it back, probably.
But that was like all they said.
Oh.
Yeah, it created some drama. It was funny.
Oh.
But yeah, so I like the system that you use of, instead of, wasting your time groveling to such and such and such and such.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh, hell yeah. And like a dots can be a fun one.
Oh yeah, we've got dots coming. We've got some 407 comps coming. All I could get was gold, so sorry. They're gonna, unless I can get more between now and the match.
They're gold.
They're gonna be they're gold. Would you like a smoke and a pancake?
Now
A cigarette and a flapjack?
one sponsor that we can reach out to.
No, I have no sponsors at this match.
Wilson Combat came out with a new modular pistol.
Hey, you're just like going all over the road when there's shit I want to talk about before that. But fine, okay, we'll do your thing.
We have not followed. We haven't followed the list in any way, shape, or form this entire time.
And instead of me driving, you are. You go to an F1 race, all of a sudden you think you know how to drive a podcast. Jesus Christ!
I'm running on 4 hours of sleep and 22,000 steps. So yes, I am living hard right now.
Okay,
and
so
with
this
no
was
alcohol.
Just posted in our the r/NASS Reddit today. I still haven't seen a picture of it all put together because the photo was from the 1911 sub, but Wilson Combat has released an interesting pistol. It looks like it's sort of a modular polymer framed 19 or 2011-ish looking thing called the Bulwark.
Yeah, I thought it looked like a FN 509 when I first
I thought it looked like an old Ruger P85.
Oh God, it does.
Like the grip kind of looks like that, but when you look closer, it doesn't look that bad.
But their thing, okay, so it's a serialized fire control unit. So the whole Sig Sauer and basically half the companies now make these. But so the FCU. The FCU is a serialized part, so you buy that and then you can put together all the pieces. You're going to leave it in one configuration because that's what everyone does with every module pistol, but whatever. But it has a true 1911 style trigger with internal hammer.
Yeah.
So that's slightly different.
And a grip safety. The only pistol that even remotely reminds me of this is hilarious. It's the Smith & Wesson Shield EZ. It has an internal hammer and a grip safety.
Is that a grip safety?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it has a giant grip safety on the Shield. The Shield EZ.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Shield EZ has a giant grip safety. I was looking at the picture and...
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a grip safety.
Okay. I have no mechanical knowledge.
Oh, so I'm actually looking at wilsoncombat.com now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I was looking at
it's definitely a grip safety. 100%. Okay. And it's a sharper looking gun than the pictures, like when it's all apart. No, it's a sharp looking gun. At first, I thought it was a Glock clone when I first saw what the frame looked like, but it's definitely not a Glock clone. I don't know. Yeah. Does it take Glock magazines?
And then does it take Glock mag?
Oh, and it matches Glock 19 pattern holsters. That's smart.
It's only
and
$4,000.
One of the dealers stocking this pistol is in my town, Gary's Gun Shop.
Oh, nice.
How about that?
So you can give us that.
I can go.
You can go handle it and then
and
then post like a 20-minute video about it felt fucking good. Like I think
it felt really good in hand.
Right, and just figure out a way to extend that for 20, 25 minutes. Boom, you got yourself a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I am trying.
Well, we have a YouTube channel.
we do.
Yeah, not another shooting show. It's just our podcast on a YouTube channel, but it's there if you want to listen to it.
They do not tell you what fucking magazine type Wilson Combat double stack.
Okay. That's,
So it doesn't-
that's
it
kind of a
doesn't-
miss.
It does not take Glock mags.
That's a miss. If they designed it around Glock mags, this would be a fucking home run. That's a big giant miss. They should have made it with Glock mags, but
Wait a second. Why does it? Okay, I'm retarded. I acknowledge this. The picture they posted on R1911 is not the same gun that on. Oh wait, no, sorry. I must be on the wrong.
yeah, I think you're looking at a 1911 on the Wilson Combat page.
Well, I clicked new, thinking that their newest gun would be under
Oh
the
no,
new.
it's like the first thing on the slideshow on the homepage.
Oh god, this is gun industry. Learn how to announce a product and how to release it. You are
Yeah.
all fucking trash. God damn it.
Good thing we're not looking for sponsors.
Yeah. Hey, hey guys, be better. Like that I'm just throwing it out there. Be better.
Just be better. That's all you got to do. Just be better.
Just be better. Yeah. It's
Yeah, no, it's a neat looking pistol. I'm intrigued by it. I mean, I'm not a big $2,000 because I thought I saw somewhere it's going to be around $2,000, or under $2,000, which I'm kind of surprised for a proprietary pistol from Wilson Combat. But
for Wilson Combat, that's probably one of the best deals you can get. They are not known for their affordability.
no, so Minnesota is trying to suck hard.
Now,
And we're not talking about any match that was there recently. This I found actually like the best summary of this from guns.com. Minnesota Senate voted a whole laundry list of anti-gun measures on Monday. It was whatever SF stands for. Mr. Underwood told me what it was and I forgot already. But anyway, Senate something that starts with F. Senate fuck 4067. By a party line vote of 34 to 33, the so-called gun violence prevention package would ban modern sporting rifles, which is a really funny euphemism, I believe, like the AR-15, magazines that hold more than 17 rounds. I think this is a first for a low cap or capacity restriction of magazines, 17 rounds. So your standard Glock and anything standard smaller than that would be fine.
yep.
You know, which, I mean, at least it's sort of kind of reasonable, but not really. Other things that they would be banning in the land of 10,000 lakes. Let's see. User completed firearms, like unfinished receivers. More restrictions on 3D printed firearms. A ban on binary triggers. Broader red flag laws. Expanded funding to enforce red flag laws, stricter gun storage for firearms, and expansion of gun-free zones, including school-sponsored events. Which, hell, in my state, that's already illegal. Like, if a piece of property is being used for a public elementary or secondary school function, it's a no-gun zone automatically. So, which is interesting. If, like, the public high school is playing at the private school, or pardon me, if two private schools are playing each other, like you're not breaking the law carrying a gun in there because private schools are exempt from that law. But if the public high school is playing at the, Catholic high school in town, then you would be breaking the law.
Yep.
In my state. But anyway, so yeah, the thing that was funny to me about this was how everybody was freaking out as if, because nobody reads or understands things when they read it. They just see the headline on Facebook and go, they're going to ban ARs in Minnesota? Well, fuck Minnesota. I got to move. I need a house in Sioux Falls where we got freedom. Which, by the way, we're just across the border from Minnesota. But the Senate passed it. The House has not passed it. I mean, I'm sure Walz would sign this thing if it got to his desk. But from the looks of it, their House is split 50-50. So this sort of thing usually dies in the House in Minnesota. So it's not likely to pass and actually become law. But anyway, it was sort of a notable gun thing that happened this week. I thought I would mention. And then I wanted to talk about, finally, usually we talk about matches we shoot first. I guess we're doing it last. I shot a club match at my club, and did I mention it sold out for the first time ever? Our weeknight club match sold out. And we could technically have had another squad, but I just capped it at 48 because I knew we wouldn't have the ROs to cover it.
Yep.
So I just capped it at 48. So I guess I'm sold out at 48, even though I could do 60 if I had a fifth squad. But we got small stages and we got big stages, and I'm going to leave it at 48. But we sold out at 48, first time ever. Last year, I think the most we ever had, which was a record last year, was 30 for a Thursday night match.
Yep.
And then we had, and it coincided with the county was there. County Sheriff's Office was doing training there, so they had a bunch of vehicles there. And then the high school trap team was also practicing that night, so there were a bunch of vehicles there for that as well. Like, my range was packed Thursday night. It was pretty awesome. But I shot quickly.
Good.
You know, ever since the class with Adam Grimm, I'm much faster. I see things differently, and I'm attacking things differently and more aggressively. But my points are shit.
Yeah, that you've got to operate at that speed first, then get better at that speed.
Yes. Overall out of the 48, I finished 6th. So, which it was all LO and CO, so we're all pretty much shooting the same. Kian, he actually finished 9th, I think, in limited optics at Northwoods. He won this club match that I am.
It's annoying how good he got.
Well, yeah. No, and he shot 13 Charlies. What an asshole.
Yeah, be better, bud. Like,
yeah.
Why are you leaving so much on the table?
I shot 21 Charlies, 4 Deltas, and a Mike. I only shot 86% of the points. But I shot it at about the same pace as all the quick guys did. Like, because we've got some fast guys who are like, they're newer to the sport and they're missing stuff, but like they're like young and skinny, so they're quicker. And we've also got, I forgot to mention, we have a GM now at my club.
Oh, really?
Or our local clubs. Yes, we have our first GM. Congratulations, John. And I was like, now he did have a 2 or 3 second death jam with his 2011. So, and my time was just slight. I was like not even a second behind him, but that was with the 3 second death jam. So, so I shouldn't have been that close to him time wise, but no, all these skinny quick dudes that I'm usually 5 to 8 seconds behind in a club match, I was pretty much right with them. So like that was good, but I had too many Deltas, too many Charlies, and only one Mike though, and it was a dumb Mike too. It was on a lean. It was like it was my last stage of the match, and there was this stage was so cool. It looked simple, but there were 2 targets that were in plain sight, but they were kind of hiding if you weren't paying attention during the walkthrough. Yep. And there was a very hard left target. If you just got all the way to the corner, it was wide open. But that's farther to go. And so I thought I went far enough, and I didn't go far enough. And so I'm like, lean, bang, bang. And I threw one more at it. I'm like, I hope I caught the Delta, because I was already on my way to the last target. And I did not catch the Delta. It was a Mike. So,
we got to make a mental game.
It's not even mental game. Like that was a mental mistake. But my biggest issue, I was also very aggressive with some distant targets on that stage, but I kind of got away with them a little bit. I had let me look at that stage, because I think that was the stage where I cleaned it up, except for the mic. Which that sounds really dumb to say, oh, I cleaned it up except for the mic. No, I didn't really clean that one up. It was 6 Charlies, a Delta, and a mic. My time was good.
Right. Well, and again, you've got to learn to operate at those speeds, because we limit ourselves from because we're so worried about failing at those speeds that we never push. And so, like, once I get my tack sports, that's my whole intention is to push to the point where the wheels are fully falling off so that I get used to being at that speed. And so that you're already comfortable getting to that speed. Now it just comes finding it and getting the eye speed and the reactions to handle it.
When the targets are close enough, though, like here's the thing, though. It's not even, for me right now, it isn't that I was not comfortable with the speed. It was that I'm way more aggressive with shooting on the move. Like, all this time is being collected by shooting on the move. And slightly different stage planning and, like edge targets, where you got the back left and back right targets. I'm shooting those the opposite of how I used to. I used to shoot, like, the close inside, back out on the outside one. I'm doing it the opposite now because now the muzzle's just closer to the next target. And it's way easier than trying to pirouette and turn around. Yep. So that's kind of a big change,
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's found that, because the whole backing out on targets did always feel it. For a lot of people, it feels okay. I'm moving, but like you said, you have to do this.
Now
weird
you have to do this big movement. Yeah,
it's like no, it's simpler. Pop, 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 pop. Pull gun directly to chest. Start running.
Yeah.
Depending on how long your arms are,
or just leave gun up, shoot next target, whatever happens to be next. I'm collecting time there. Like, I'm making up the time. My problem is in this aggressive shooting on the move I'm trying to do, I'm not stable. I have not practiced shooting on the move enough to have that stability. And so, like, dry firing this morning in my basement, I set a 3.5 second part time, and I want to shoot 6 targets, like these 6 targets I have in this little array. By the time I get past my recliner, like, I'm starting at the door, and by the time I get past the recliner, I have to be done shooting the targets. And the first time I did it, yeah, no problem. And then I was like, wait a minute, idiot, what were your hits like? Oh, the hits were shit. Like, I had dot on brown, and these were third size targets. So, like, my first 3 targets are basically simulated around 12, 13 yards. So they're not hard targets, but they're not easy ones either. They're, like, in that zone where it's gonna fuck you.
Right.
And so I was just like, okay, make sure your heel's hitting the ground. That was a thing that for whatever reason, I would shoot on the move just on my toes, like I was still an offensive lineman. Like, terrible idea to just be on your toes and trying to shoot on the move. That's just going to make the gun bounce a whole bunch every time you go from target to target. So I just need to clean up the stability while I'm shooting on the move. And I don't want to back off the aggressiveness doing it, though. The stage where I had the mic, though, the other night, I probably should have been a little less aggressive. The target I mic'd I was standing still. Yeah, I just didn't get to the position. But I gave up a Delta and the Charlies. Like, some Charlies are okay, but, like, I was a little aggressive. If I just not mic'd it, would I have gotten away with it? That mic didn't cost me, like, the match or anything. Like, I would have been in 5th instead of 6th overall, but just cost me 1 place. But yeah, it's so much fun right now. Like, it's having taken that class with Adam. Now it's just like, oh, I'm I'm approaching things differently just because I have new information, and so it's like I'm really having fun training right now. Or practicing. I'm having fun practicing. Yep. I don't do training, I practice. But it's I gotta figure out how to get stable when I'm shooting on the move aggressively and just practice that a lot. And then but then I'll watch, like, Kean posted a video and he's like, yeah. And it was honestly, like, parts of it were a little sloppy, and it was a fucking stage win. I was like, oh my God, that kid's fast. Like, I haven't shot with him on the same squad in a while. So, like, I'll shoot one stage really good, and then, cause, like, the instant scoring was, like, I didn't set it up properly the other night. So, like, instant scoring wasn't working. at my range. So I was trying to like see, how did Keenan do on that stage? And like the one stage I had, it was like the classifier, and he still does dumb things when he shoots a classifier. So like that's the one thing I can count on. Like almost every match, I will win the classifier stage. At my club matches, I almost always win the classifier. Always. I like, it's not hard, people. Like, because there's better shooters than me at these club matches. Just don't be a moron when you shoot classifiers. Just shoot it like it's a stage. That's it. It is not the ticket to free booze, money, and pussy. It's just a stage. Just shoot it.
Oh, they lied to me.
It'll be fine. But it did cause me to have a little bit of hate. And I wanted to bring up a friend of ours to close the show because, like, I recognize self-loathing and hatred when I see it in a match video.
Okay.
And I'm sure you saw this video today. It's your friend and mine, Heidi, at Northwoods.
Yep.
And she had this is like, I don't know if it's the new It's Fucking Tuesday, which is on a different page of buttons, so I can't play that one. But this is great. It was fucking great audio. As soon as I saw it, I was like, well, that's going into the podcast this week.
God damn it, you fucking bitch.
Like, it sounds like she's really angry at some woman, but that woman is her.
God damn it, you fucking bitch.
She fell down on the fault line on a stage, and I didn't ask her permission to play that, but she posted it on the internet, so I think it's fair game. Plus, she's going to be on the podcast with us in 3 weeks, so. Oh God, it's so funny. I haven't, like, now I'm like, every time I watch a match video, because nobody shares that video. Like, she posted like several of her stages. Right. Almost nobody posts that video. Although a fall, if you know, can be kind of fun. Like, people do post their fall videos, but a lot of people don't. And so now every time I watch a video, I just know if you're listening to this, and if I happen to follow you or see your match video and you say something colorful on video, like, it just might end up on the podcast.
God damn it, you fucking bitch.
So angry.
But for anyone shooting the sport, we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We have all been in that moment, and I've mentioned it before, but
I think that's Heidi's version of a mag toss.
Yes.
I don't think she would throw a mag, but that's about as close as she would come to it.
Right. And so, like, one of the videos that kind of helped me be okay with failure that I have to remind myself was because Ben Stager posted one of those, and he was just shooting a drill at his club or whatever, and he was fucking it up, and he laid into himself like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I remember that video. Yeah,
and
he posted it because he saw it later and thought it was funny, so he posted it.
Yeah, and it was like, thanks. Like, that reminds me that even the best shooters in the world fuck up a drill or can't get something and need to throw a tantrum to get that energy out. And it's like, it's all good.
Yeah.
Like, we've all done it. We've all been there for different reasons. We've all cussed our gun out. Yeah, sometimes you cuss at your gun.
Not my Glock. I've never cussed out my Glock.
Well, then you need to run it harder. Or add more modifications. Have you thought about adding?
The trigger.
Have you thought about adding a Switch?
No, I have not. No.
Well, we should buy a Nintendo Switch.
Okay. Way to bring it around. Yeah.
God damn it, you fucking bitch.
Oh, that was perfect.
Anyway, we love you, Heidi. Can't wait to have you on the podcast in a few weeks. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, everybody. Don't forget, patreon.com/notanothershootingshow. Support the show, and you get all of the second episode every single week. He is Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson. This is Not Another Shooting Show.